Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a 2-for-1 today as we look at Dr. Wu's take on Overkill and Slugfest, cassettes of Soundwave. Of course, they renamed them Brutality and Slaughter, which I don't know if that's any better than Overkill and Slugfest. How good are these little lads? We're going to find out in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you are at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. Helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below, and if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And this is a duo that I was very interested to look at, especially after I looked at Decibel being a different duo that actually combines together not too long ago. And I thought that was okay, but it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the strongest outing from Dr. Wu, though I am glad that Blaster has those two cassettes. Will these two be any better? We're going to find out when we head over to the table and take a closer look at these lads. And yes, indeed, today we take a look at the latest from Dr. Wu and Mechanic Studio as they came together to give us Brutality and Slaughter, better known to Transformers fans as Slugfest and Overkill, respectively. Sometimes Overkill is renamed Overboard, if you remember Titan's Return. These are two of Soundwave's cassettes that came in a lovely 2-pack that don't get enough love overall. This is the packaging with both of them on the front there with the artwork. A little bit of artwork on the side there and there, but on the back, that's where we have both of the product images with their blasters on them. Inside the box, we have this nice, glossy, one-sided sheet of instructions. It's actually really effective for both lads. Plus, two of these silver blasters that have blue tips intended to go with Overkill. And two of these larger blasters meant to go with Slugfest. This collector card with stats on the back that I can't read. And this collector card also with stats on the back that your boy can't read. And before we get into both lads, we would be remiss if we didn't try the Soundwave test. So we're going to start with Overkill here first. Oh yeah, he fits in there no problem at all. When we do the eject, you are probably going to have to root him out ever so slightly, but yes, he does fit no problem at all. Here, he also fits no problem at all. And again, when you do the eject, you're probably going to have to just nudge him out ever so slightly, but I think that we can call this a success. And now we have both lads here. We're going to do, I guess, Overkill first, since he is the one closest to me. And really, the magic is on this side of this guy. We're going to begin by bringing up this piece and opening them out. It's a bit hard to see because these are quite small, but I'm doing my best here to try and show you. And then these two pieces come up and go together thusly like that. Next, we should be able to take the head, I think, and flip it out. And we should be able to even take this piece here and flip it up and then rotate the tail around. So you can kind of get an idea of how this guy's going to look now. The two sides here are going to fold down underneath. When I first did this with mine, it was super tight, almost scary tight, but it did go down. Make sure the head is down into position. Take a leg, which is on a little peg here, so lift it off the peg and bring it down on the side. Lift it off the peg, bring it down on the side, and straighten out a little arm. And on the other side, straighten out a little arm. And you can see that our guy's pretty much done. Now we just have to add his blasters, and you'll notice on the gray here we have a little circular peg, and inside here a little circular peg hole. So then this one should be able to, if I can get it, there we go. So like up like that, say, and up like that, and angle them forward thusly, and boom, in the end, this is Overkill in his robot mode. Very, very satisfying, but at the same time pretty darn easy. Hope that stayed in focus. If it didn't, my apologies. So we're going to just move him over, and we're going to move this guy here. By the way, if any of this does go out of focus during the transformation, don't worry. Before we look at the bots and evaluate their colors and evaluate their articulation, I'll make sure that we got everything all centered up again. And if it is staying good in focus, it looks like it is, but if it is staying good in focus, then all the better. Okay, this guy over here, head down, or tail down, head down. That much, very, very easy for Slugfest. Pick up this side here, and pick up this side here. You'll notice we have legs inside here. They're on little ball joints, so we should be able to, there you go, separate that one and bring it out. Maybe they're on little hinges. I'm saying ball joints, but I'm not 100% sure about that. The two front ones are out, and we'll do the same with the back ones. Bring it out to the side, and then these sections should be able to fold back down around. You just got to get the legs out of the way for a moment. Once you got the legs out of the way for a moment, you can bring those down. Getting these up is a little bit of a nuisance because you got to use these sliders, but the pegs really aren't very long. So I do find it to be, if you got something to pull it up with, all the better. Give me a second. I'm actually going to get those up, but before I do that, I guess I will note as well that you should be able to peg these in on the side once you got the spikes up. So give me a second, and I'm going to get his spikes up and his blasters on him. And here we have both lads in their dino modes. I did learn that to get the spikes up, it's a lot easier if you actually push them up, like you kind of leave these pieces out and push it up for the pink piece in there. Once they're up all the way, you can put his blasters on him. Transformation for these guys is actually quite easy. I'm giving it a 9.5. The only gripe I got is getting these spikes here up. Other than that, it's an excellent transformation. So I'm going to say 9.5. Some people might even call it a 10, but I'm going to say 9.5. In terms of looks for the guys, well, if we're going to go by the cartoon, we kind of got to go by Call of the Primitives, which is really where they showed up in the cartoon. It's also worth noting that when they showed up in the cartoon, they did not have their blasters. So, let's start with Slugfest here first. The pink legs, the red eye, the pink spikes, the green spikes on the tail, and the body, head, and tail all being green is correct. 10. It's actually perfect. Then we have Overkill. His spike, his lower jaw being blue, his upper head being the white color. His entire arms here are blue, but based on the animation, the upper arm should be white, the lower arm, I guess, should be blue. The white body's correct. The tail should be white and not blue. Again, based on the animation. And for the legs, the upper thigh should be white, and then the lower part of the leg should be blue. It's definitely Overkill. More blue here than he should have, based on the animation, but I'm going to give him an 8. So an 8 and a 10, I'm going to split the difference and give the set a 9. A 9.5 for the transformation overall for both. A 9 for the accuracy and look of the set based on the very limited animation. To be fair though, if I wanted to go by the toy accuracy, then the blasters on the side would be correct. Actually, I got the blasters on upside down on Slugfest. I just noticed that now. They should actually be on this side. Let me fix that. Like that. They should actually be like that. My mistake. I put them on and it's so hot here today that I didn't think what I was doing. My bad, my bad. That's definitely my mistake. And if we're going by Overkill, again, the animation is pretty limited. So if we were to compare it to like the G1 toy, say, then again, like this is even more accurate to that, because on the G1 toy, the entirety of the arm and the entirety of the leg was in fact blue. Let's do the articulation. I think a 9 and a 9.5, giving us an overall score right now of a 9.25 going into the articulation, is stupendous for cassettes. In terms of Slugfest, the tail can go up and down, and that's it. The head can go up and down and can turn left and right. The legs can go back, forward, out to the side. Same with the other back leg. The front legs can go forward, out to the side, back. They can do everything you want with them. No knee, but I don't really think he needs a knee. Really, he does everything I would want him to do. 10 for his articulation for what it is. Then we have Overkill here. The tail has 1-2 hinges here to go side to side, no up and down. It can twist, if that helps you. The head, though it looks a bit weird when you bring it up, can go way up, can go down. The jaw, as you can see, open and closes. Nothing to the side. The arms, they can go out because they're on ball pegs. There's a little elbow here that I guess you can make use of if you're creative enough. The back legs go back, forward, a little bit out to the side. We have a knee here and then another, I'll call it almost like lower knee down there for getting yourself the kind of best positioning that you could. Honestly though, what more would you really expect from cassettes? This has more articulation than like Hasbro, Rumble, and Frenzy, for example. This has more articulation than those because they don't have elbows. I'm going to say that the articulation for what it is, you know what, the set's getting a 9.25. Let's say that the articulation is a 9.25, and let's say overall this set, this duo of Overkill and Slugfest that actually fit and work fine with Soundwave is a 9.25. An excellent, excellent offering for these two characters from Dr. Wu and Mechanic Studio. And here we are, and here they are. So most people that I've talked to prefer Overkill and think he is splendid. And I love Overkill. I think he's a great little lad. I think he has a very interesting, somewhat involved transformation. But I find myself really smitten with Slugfest. I get that Slugfest, being a quadruped instead of bipedal, doesn't quite have the same level of articulation that this guy does, but all things being equal, like he has the head that can move, he has the tail that can move, he has the four legs that can move. I wish that I had remembered when I was doing the review that to get these up, instead of pulling on the side, you can really just push up from the bottom. It's a little bit tricky to get the spikes up, but once they're up, they're great. I also wish that there was a better way to incorporate the accessories here in alt mode. There's not, and I understand why, but I'm still happy to have him. Love the look. It's a perfect look. It's a great transformation, and honestly, it's a cassette that fits nicely in Soundwave's chest. Same with this guy. I did find the very first time I'd done the transformation, folding those two parts together to make the body, I found a bit scary. And I was like, oh, please don't break, please don't break. It's fine now. I do wish that moving the head, that the head locked in a little bit better. Mine doesn't, maybe yours does. I am glad that there's an opening mouth, and I love that there's a significant amount of paint on this guy, even on his teeth. Again, much like with Slugfest, while I'm glad he has his little, like, blaster things up on his shoulders, I guess, I wish that they could incorporate somehow in cassette mode. I get why they can't. I love the tail articulation. This is a duo where there is no weakness here. They're both fantastic and they both work well with Soundwave. If you've been on the fence wondering, does my Soundwave really need a Slugfest and an Overkill? Yeah, they do. These guys are tremendous. Go, get them now. That's how good they are. I'm actually giving them a really strong recommend. For now, I'm going to thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way, right here inside the videos.